Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. In this project I'm lucky enough to be able to use the 3D flower dies from Griffin and lots of other gorgeous products. So they're new to us in the UK and I thought it'd be great to be able to show you not only what you can do with them but give you ideas as well of, just some simple flowers that you can make with them. Something a little bit different. So everything I do use I shall put in a detailed list on my blog, so please feel free to check it out. If you've ever got any questions or comments, you can always comment on my blog or Facebook, but not on YouTube, because I can't reply to you on YouTube. And I know I'm a bit like a broken record saying that, but for every project I do, I always get questions on YouTube. So any questions, direct them to Facebook or my blog. So the first thing that we're going to need is our base card. This is an ivory card and it's a 7x5" card, my favourite size of card. It's the perfect size whether you're a beginner or whether you're an advanced crafter. It's not too big to fill and it's not too small to be able to put your creations on. Now, as always, I'm going to use a bone folder to make sure I've got a nice sharp edge along the side. And then we can start with the inside. Now, the inside of this is a little bit creative because what I've done is I've taken a piece of ivory cardstock and I've stenciled using the die cuts from one of Anna's 3D flower dies. So it's the daisy, it's the smaller daisy of the two. And all I've done is where I've die cut the actual flower, I've taken the rubbish, as it were, that you would throw away, and I've stenciled around the edge of my card inserts with just a little bit of ink in a pink and French gold from Anna that were in previous kits, and I've just stenciled around the edge and made it into like a pretty edge daisy card. I think that is such a good colour combination and it's going to work so well with the front of our card. Oops. So I've got flat tape on the back of it and I'm just going to peel the tape away, she says. Preparations, everything, Anne-Marie. So peel the back of the tape away and pop that in the centre of our card, like so. So already that looks really pretty. But then what I've done is I've die cut the daisy out of one of the lovely layers papers from Anna, the 7x5 collection, and I've taken it through my Xyron machine and I'm going to peel the flower away from the carrier sheet, like so, because I wanted to show that even though these are flowers, you can still put them through your Xyron. There we go. And I'm going to just, as they say, plonk that in the middle, like so. There we go. Straighten my petals out. And then, from the Sentiment Die and Stamp collection from Anna, I've taken the very small circle and I've stamped with gratitude on it with the matching stamps, because this card would be ideal for teachers. Because every year, at a certain time of year, I'm asked about thank you cards, something quick and easy that looks spectacular. I think this would work perfectly. So we've peeled the circle off the carrier sheet from the Xyron and I'm just going to pop that through the centre of my daisy, like that. Sorry, I knocked the camera, so you might get a little bit shaky there. So that's the insert finished. You've got enough room for your many thanks, you've done wonderfully, or thank you for your help, etc. And it's just, very versatile, the dies. So obviously we've made our stencil, we've used the middle, and then we've got the sentiment in the middle of our daisy. So now we can turn our attention to the front of the card. So my first layer is one of Anna's 7x5 metallic layers. And I've taken the green layer. Now sometimes a lot of the time I'm economical with these layers. I haven't been on this occasion. I've left it just as a full layer for no particular reason. It's not because of anything. It's just me. I haven't done it this time. The second layer is from the Lovely Layers, and I've trimmed it slightly so that it's less than the first layer, the metallic layer. So we're creating what's called a matten layer for any new viewers. I've got a little arrow on the top of it for eager beavers, just to show me which way around it is, just in case I forget. And I'm going to position that over the top of the previous layer, so the previous layer gives us a little border all around the edge. Now my next layer is one of the ornate frame dies from Anna, and I've used her new rose gold foil cardstock, and it die cuts absolutely magnificently. You get all the embossing, all the detail and everything. It's just so pretty. I've got flat tape through the centre of it. There we go. And I'm just removing the back of the tape. And oh, oh, excuse me. I think it could be pollen today. I'm a bit choked up with it. I should have an antihistamine really. So we peel the back of our tape away, and then I can pop the frame on the front of the card like so. There we go. Press it down. Next we're going to make our flowers. So I've already made 3 daisies, but I want to show you how I've made those. So I've used the 3D flower dies from Anna, and I've used the Lovely Layers. I've cut out the larger flower in the paler green and the smaller flower in like a cerise and ivory pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some liquid glue, and we're just going to add the two on top of each other like so, at an angle, so the petals cover the petals below. Now normally we would wait for this to dry, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, and I start twisting the petals. I do some under and some over, all the way around like so, just differently to give them shape. And you could scrunch it up, that would work. And then I do the inner section as well, and just all different, randomly, and just different directions. There we go. And last one. There. Oops, another one. So they've got a little bit of shape to them, and they're not just a flat flower. And then to get the centre, what I did was I added a little bit of liquid glue in the centre, and then I used glass glitter in gold. Now this is something that I've had quite a long time. You could use any glitter that's on the market, but I just tip the glitter into the centre like so and let it dry, and then shake off the excess and put it back in the pot. So there's my flower that's going to sit and dry, and as if by magic, here are 3 that I've made previously. So those are the flowers that I've made so far using Anna's 3D flower dies. So I've also die cut some leaves as well. But because I want to position everything in the right place with this, I'm going to add my sentiment first. Now this is from the Favourite Sentiment collection, and I'm just going to add a little bit of wet glue on the back of that just to help it stick for years. So it says many thanks. So I'm just going to position it off centre of the ornate frame. And then for the back of the leaves, I've got 3D foam at the top of them, and I've got flat tape at the bottom. So that way, where the actual 3D foam is, that will give it an extra little bit of lift at the top of the leaves there, and then the bottom will sit flat. And it's the same for the second one. I've got flat tape at the bottom and 3D foam at the top. There we go. Now you could shape the leaves if you want. I haven't on this occasion. I'm just going to add the second one roughly about there. Press it down. And then the flowers, I've got flat tape on the back, and I am going to add a little bit of wet glue as well, just to help them stick. And put one there. And I've done the colours so it's dark green, green on one at the back, and then green in the centre on the other one. So they're alternates. And then we'll have one there. And then we'll have one towards the bottom of the card. There we go. Like so. And then to finish the card off, I've got a little green satin bow that I'm going to add just underneath the sentiment. And that is our card finished. And I'm sure you'll agree, it's such a pretty card. And just the colours all match together. The foil just makes it shine from the background with that ornate frame, and it works perfectly with the inside. Stands up nicely. Might need a little bit of padding if you're posting it, just because of the shape of the flowers, but I think it's a gorgeous one to be able to say thank you to anybody with. So it's just an easy card, and something a little bit different to do with your flower dies. The beautiful dies, all of them, and they're so versatile, and believe me, we're going to use them and use them and use them to make different flowers, some very simple through to lots of complicated ones, I'm sure, over time. So I do hope you've liked that. Please give it the thumbs up if you do, if you've enjoyed it. Check my blog, like I always say. Please share, please tell your crafty friends. If you've got any comments, please feel free. All that remains for me to say is thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.